Sun Wukong is beating a lot of soldiers and a boy named Jason wakes up from his sleep after dreaming about Wukong. He goes to a pawn shop to buy some kung fu movies, but he is drawn into the storage room and finds a sick staff. The owner was supposed to pick it up, but it's already been there for over 100 years. A cutie sees Jason passing by and wonders what he's doing in Chinatown. Too bad some bullies just had to show up and started messing with Jason. The cutie instigated a fight and Lupo kicked him. Lupo noticed he was buying from Lu and they wanted to rob him. Lu lets Jason in, but the bullies follow inside to look for the money and Lu hits one of them with the staff. Lupo shoots Lu, but Lu wants Jason to return it to its rightful owner. They chase after Jason to the rooftop, but Jason is pushed off the roof and ends up in ancient China. Jason sees soldiers coming and they start pillaging the village. They start chasing Jason when he is spotted, but they catch up to him because he doesn't have the running on air ability. A younger drunken Lu comes and starts beating the soldiers. Lu sees the staff and wonders where he got it, but Jason can't understand him. They knock out the last soldier and ride away to a restaurant to talk about the staff. Lu tells him that someone will come to return the staff to the Monkey King to end the reign of the Warlord. The Monkey King was a thorn to the Warlord because he just kept on wrecking everyone the Warlord sent to detain him. The Warlord hated Wukong because he crashed the Jade Emperor's banquet and how no one could control him. The Jade Emperor wanted the Warlord to give Wukong a title and they left on their 500 years of meditation. The Warlord disregarded the Jade Emperor and challenged Wukong to a battle for supremacy. Wukong pissed off the Warlord when he made him fight a clone while he watched. The Warlord started using his mystical powers, but it was useless, so he baited Wukong into a fistfight. Wukong knew he was tricked and tossed the staff away before turning to stone. He couldn't be killed, so he has to wait until he's freed from the spell. For Jason to go home, he must free Wukong from the spell. Lu made Jason pay because he's a hobo, but when Jason paid, it wasn't in the proper currency. Soldiers come to take the staff, so Jason gives it to Lu and he starts beating the soldiers. Lu protects Jason while fending off the soldiers. He gives Jason the staff to protect himself while he continues to fight with the soldiers. Lu assisted Jason in using the staff after he inflicted friendly fire. They ran away after Lu beat the rest, and when they saw more coming, a mysterious girl helped Jason avoid some soldiers because he was too scared to jump. The girl knocks out 2 soldiers to steal the horses so they can get away. Lu wants to leave Jason with the girl because he doesn't want to be a part of the journey, and he will die without his wine elixir. Jason wants Lu to teach him, so Lu makes Jason do all the grunt work while they travel west. Lu tries to teach Jason with analogy, but Jason is just failing, so he talks with the girl named Golden Sparrow. The Warlord is checking out which girls to enjoy the night until a soldier reports to him about the reappearance of the staff. He ends the guy and calls for the witch. When Jason wakes up, he wonders where they went. A man in all white started chasing after Jason and took the staff from him. They catch up to the guy and Lu goes to find out what he wants with the staff. Lu starts fighting with the men, but they are evenly matched with each other. He takes a drink of wine and somehow he gets the upper hand. After using the drunken master, he uses tiger martial arts. The men get serious and Lu is getting wrecked. They go for the staff and continue fighting until they toss the staff to Jason. Lu assumes the man named Jet Li works for the Warlord, but he is actually looking for the seeker of the staff. Li is surprised to find the seeker not being Chinese, and Lu thinks they are both deities while drinking some wine. Nai Chong questions the owner and beats him for being useless. His wife gives Chong Sparrow's throwing knife and she knows who used them. She goes to the desert so they can intercept when they are on the journey. Lu makes Jason's training harder, but Li interrupts his training because it isn't good enough. They both start teaching him together, but Jason had enough. They disregard what he wants because they will both train him, and after everything is over they can fight it out after everything is over. Jason is forced to go through intensive training by both masters and meditation. They pass through a war-torn town and Sparrow is outraged by the Warlord's evil deeds. Sparrow had a rough life because her dad opposed the Warlord's actions, so the Warlord sent his men to destroy the kingdom to set an example to others if they wanted to cross him. She survived because her mother placed her in the well, and when she gets to the Warlord, she has a weapon to end his life. They go through the desert and take a rest when the sandstorm comes. They are exhausted and dehydrated, so Lu tries to make it rain. Lu thought he made it rain, but it was Li pissing on him. Li noticed water, and later on, Jason trained diligently with huge improvements. Jason and Sparrow talk about his family, but Chong interrupts their romantic moment. Chong can guarantee Jason a safe return for the staff, but he declines the offer. She wants the staff because the Warlord will give her the elixir of immortality and takes the staff. Too bad Li won't let her, and the cover break after they play tug of war. She sends her men to end them, but they are all skilled enough to defend themselves. They start running away and escape when more men come forth. Chong shoots an arrow into the distance and Lu is hit when they are getting away. Luckily they run into a monk, but his injury is too severe to recover. Jason wants some wine so Lu can heal from it, but they will have to send someone to get it. Lu tells Jason the story of his past while he stays by his side because he doesn't want to lose Lu. The monk master tells Jason about the elixir of immortality, but it will be impossible to reach it because it's in the Jade Palace. Lee plans to get it in 2 days because there will be no moonlight so they can take advantage of the darkness. Jason wants to go right away, but Lee doesn't think he's ready yet by proving it in a spar. Jason decided to go get the elixir after talking with Sparrow at night. Chang is glad he made the right choice. When Lee woke up to check on Lu, he noticed the staff was gone, so they rushed over to the Jade Palace. Jason offers the staff to the Warlord to exchange it for the elixir to save Lu, but there is an issue because he offered it to Chang first. He wants them to fight to the death for the elixir and Chang is overjoyed with it. They started fighting, but Chang could dodge all the attacks and counter back. Jason is getting his booty whooped and can barely fight back. The Warlord stops Chang from ending Jason so he can mock him and lets the soldiers behead Jason after he's done with him. Luckily, Lee and Sparrow arrive to save Jason, and somehow Jason can handle the soldiers, while Lee helps out. Chang rushes over to take the elixir, but Sparrow gets in her way and they start fighting. Soldiers gang up on Jason, but a bunch of monks come to support Jason. The monks are wrecking the soldiers while Lu is brought in like a king. Jason assists Sparrow, but when he has the chance he takes the elixir, but Chang knocks it off Jason. Luckily a monk caught it and they passed it along to Lu so he could recover. Lu and Jason started to beat the soldiers and Lu started fighting with Chang after. The Warlord is preparing to seal the staff, but Lee comes in time to save it. Lee wants to free Wukong, but the Warlord stops him and they start fighting. They are evenly matched, but the Warlord can get the upper hand with his powers and when he uses his glaive. Lee gave the staff to Jason when Jason came to assist, but Lee told him to free Wukong. He sacrificed himself so Jason could free Wukong. A burst of energy blasts out and back and Wukong emerges. Chang uses her hair to attack, but Lu catches it to counterattack. Lu kicked her off the palace, but she used her hair to hold onto Lu to bring him down. He cut her hair and she fell into the abyss. Lee turns into a hare and Wukong is ready for revenge. Wukong is toying with the Warlord by whooping his booty by controlling his staff. He starts beating the Warlord when he secures his glaive. Sparrow tries to end him with the hairpin, but he pushes her back with the mystical powers and she smashes into a pole. Jason checks up on her and she wants him to end the Warlord with the hairpin. Wukong knocks him over to Jason so he can stab him with it to avenge her. Jason tells her the good news and she passes on, knowing she avenged her family. He starts losing his immortality and falls into the lava pit. The Jade Emperor emerges, but he can't revive her. He grants Jason a way to go back home, and before he goes back, he says his goodbyes to his masters. Jason wakes up from the fall and the bullies arrive to shut him up with brute force. He gets back up and starts fighting back. Lupo is getting wrecked, so he tries to use his gun, but Jason just beats him. The others run away because they don't want the smoke. Jason checks up on Lu and tells him he returned the staff before they took Lu away. Jason is glad to meet with Sparrow again and continues his training later. Well, that's it for the Forbidden Kingdom. If you got up to this far, here are other recaps you might like. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.